Everyone, welcome back. In this session, we are delighted to invite Mr. Gary Jacobs in Country Recruitment Coordinator, South Asia from RMIT Australia. Associated with RMIT University for over 4.5 years, Mr. Jacobs has been closely working with students, parents, and institutions in India, Bangladesh, and Nepal, as well as assisting and guiding students in their educational planning at RMIT University Australia. I now hand over the session to him to kindly introduce us to his presentation.
All right. Thanks, Vishnu Priya, for the introduction. So we'll start with the presentation. All right. So coming with the first slide, so RMIT acknowledges the people of Woiwurrung and Boonwurrung language, group of Eastern Kulin Nation, on whose incidental land we conduct the business of the university. So RMIT University respectfully acknowledges their ancestors, elders, past and present. RMIT also acknowledges the traditional custodians and their ancestors of the lands water across the Australia where we conduct our business itself. Coming to the next slide, so most of the students and their parents questions why Melbourne itself. So there are several factors about why Melbourne. So first thing, Melbourne is ranked second in the most livable city in the world itself. And Melbourne is also known as a third best student city of Australia, which has been ranked from past 7 years in a row itself. So most of the students are very much into the sports activity, where Melbourne is known as a sports capital of Australia, and people in Melbourne are very welcoming, multicultural. You will find various people around from the different part of the world itself. And talking about the food, dining, and cuisine, where Melbourne stands sixth in the world, where you can find different cuisine, different dinings, such as the Indian, Chinese, Korean, Italian, Spanish also. So talking about the shopping in Melbourne, which is a very big in Melbourne itself, lots of industries are available around the campus itself also. Uh, Coming to the next slide, again, the most important question, why RMIT? So RMIT is a global university of design, technology, enterprise. So we established in 1887 itself. Now there are n number of factors about why RMIT. So in terms of a ranking, if we talk, RMIT overall rank is 190 in the QS World Ranking, which is a prestigious ranking itself. And RMIT is one of the five university which represent ATN also. So who is ATN? So ATN stand for Australian Technical Network, which is more into technology, industry connections as well, where we stands top 4 in Australia, top 100 in the QS World Ranking in terms of industries. We closely work with the industries globally itself, not only in the Australia, we work globally with the industries itself. Now, talking about the art and design and architecture, RMIT stands number 1 in Australia, top 100 in the QS World Ranking. If we look at the specifically in the architecture, we stands top 50 school of architecture in the QS World Ranking itself. So we at RMIT we offers more than 450 plus program at RMIT, starting from vocational associate degrees, bachelor's, masters by coursework, masters by research, PhD, what we offer at RMIT. So presently there are 97,000 students are studying presently at RMIT, and those 97,000 students are from 230 different countries, which makes RMIT is a global university also. And we speak more than 200 languages in the campus itself. Now, talking about the campus, we have 5 different campus located in Melbourne itself by the name of City Campus, Brunswick Campus, Bandura Campus, Point Cook Campus, Bendigo Campus. Also, on top of the 5 campus, we also are located in Vietnam and in Spain, Barcelona, which is our research center also. So talking about the Vietnam campus, so this Vietnam campus of RMIT is one of the biggest campus among the local universities located in Vietnam itself. And talking about the Spain Barcelona campus, where most of the architecture students, project management students, they also get a chance to travel to our Spain Barcelona to work on the research projects which we offer during the program itself. So presently, till date, there are 450,000 alumni who currently working in 120 different countries with various industries around the world itself. And in terms of the programs, all programs are globally recognized as well. Coming to the next slide. So a small short video of our campuses. So coming to the next slide. So talking about the city campus, so we are the only university from Australia, from Melbourne, which is located in the CBD itself, CBD of Melbourne. So CBD stands for Central Business District itself, where lots of multinational industries are located around the university, where RMIT represent 8.2 hectares, which is in the CBD itself. We have multiple buildings. We talking about the architect, we have a different building for the architecture students, landscape architecture students also, where we do have multiple studios where student can use their practical skills in curriculum to the program itself. And talking about the facilities around the campus, so lots of accommodation option is available around the campus. And we are the only university from Melbourne which is located on free tram zone area, where the tram service is also free of cost, where you can save your money on the transportation while staying in the CBD itself. And now talking about the programs, we taught more than 80% of the program we taught in our city campuses itself. Coming to the next slide. So second campus, which is the Bandura campus, which is a home to 7,500 students, where we offer hostel facilities also, where we do have a bigger labs, bigger hangars, where student can use their practical skills in curriculum to the program itself. And and where we do have a bigger sports facilities. We have a soccer ground, we have a cricket ground, we have a basketball court, we have a tennis court, all kind of facilities also available in the Bandura campus. Now talking about the distance from city to Bandura, which is 18 kilometers away from that, which will quite take 40 minutes away from city to Bandura itself, if any of you looking at the accommodation too. Coming to the next slides. So talking about the Brunswick campus, where we offer most of the fashion program, design program, textile program, which is located outer skirt of the CBD itself, and where RMIT have invested $14 million in purpose to build a fashion hub, which is the largest in Southern Hemisphere also. And where we also organize design shows where we insist students to make their networking for the future of work also. Coming to the next slide. So another short video on the architecture.
It speaks of a time and place that outlives passing trends of what's in or out. It designs for the present, nods to the past, and plans for the future. Architecture is more than just creating shelter. Life plays out in and around it. Our homes, our schools, our parks, our bridges. The urban world around us didn't just happen, it was planned. From the private to the public, architecture influences the way we live, work, and celebrate with one another. It lets nature in, and it's ever changing. New materials, building techniques, design tools, they all come together with bright imaginations. It's an opportunity to design the future we want to see. to take those big ideas and turn them into a built reality. So, be the architect of what's next at RMIT.
So coming to the next slide. So now talking about the architecture program, we offer Masters of Architecture, we offer Masters of Landscape Architecture, Masters of Design Innovation Technology, where you can choose your specialization into the architecture in various designs also. And we also offer a Masters of Urban Design. Apart from that, we also offer a Masters of Sustainable Building as well. So most of the architecture students apply for the sustainable building as well. Now, talking about the requirement of the program, where we require a portfolio also. If we're talking about the Masters of Architecture requirement, so academically we require above 75 percentage from the graduation, and top of that we also require a portfolio, and portfolio should be in the PDF format where you can where you can submit your design folios also, your in terms of a construction, in terms of a technology design, and folio should be in the PDF format, and size of the PDF format should not be more than 10 MB. Along with the portfolio, you have to submit a video of yourself, and length of the video should not be more than 4 minutes, where you can in those 4 minutes you can give a small introduction of yourself. For example, 40 seconds of introduction of yourself, and rest of the where you can rest of the minutes you can elaborate the designs which you have submitted in the portfolio, and what extracurricular skills you have in terms of architecture itself. So this portfolio and the video is the most important tool of the application, which will directly go to the faculty for the assessment as well. And the Masters of Architecture is the only program where we require a portfolio and the video also. And rest of the program, Masters of Landscape Architecture, Design Innovation Technology, Urban Design, we only require a portfolio itself. Coming to the next slide. So all the programs are globally recognized also, such as the architecture design and art and design, urban planning, urban design, game designing, building itself, and property itself, sustainable building itself. All programs are recognized itself. Now talking about in the program, we also offer a work integrated learning, which means you also will be working with the industries on their live projects. If we talk about the architecture especially, so where each semester you will be working with the peers, with the mentors, with the industries on the projects as well, where you can access the multiple studios, where you can use the practical skills also. And yeah, and we do have a placement cell is available, where which is known as a job shop department, where they also will assist you to get placed also on completion of the program too. Now coming to the next slide. So RMIT has a partnership with the 200 plus universities around the world itself, such as North America, South America, all the European countries, Asia country, Oceania country. We closely work with the different universities around the world in terms of a research collaboration. And if one of you are looking for the credit transfer to the different university, which we closely work with, so that is also possible as well during the programs. For example, 1 year at RMIT and another year at different university around the world itself in any of the country. And coming to the next slide. So as I stated, RMIT known for the strong industry connection, where we work with the industries. We also keep updating our course content as per the industry's norms and updates as well, where we stand top 100 in the QS world ranking, to known as a strong industry connections. Now talking about the graduate employability, where we stand number one in Australia for the graduate employability also. And in 2009, since 2019, there are 11,698 students who got absorbed by the industries during the work integrated learning in the program which we offer to the students. And there are 3,749 industries who selected those students purely based on the projects, how they perform on the projects as well. And in the work industry, work integrated learning student also get a chance to go to the field trip, clinical studio practice. They can work with the industries itself. Coming to the next slide. So these are the industry partners which we closely work with, such as a Qantas, Boeing, IBM, NAB, Nestle, Grant Thornton, Linfox, Donwich, Deloitte, and many more industries such as Apple, Google. We closely work with KPMG, L'Oreal Australia, Hansman European, Coca-Cola, Ericsson Australia, Adidas Group also. So we are certainly linked with the world's best brands in the world itself. So coming to the next slide. So study in 2023, so in which presently in 2023 we offer a scholarship also, where we offer Future Leaders Scholarship, which is a 20% fee reduction. And also there's a flexible study option which we offer during the program. We also offer a micro internship in the program. Coming to the next slide. So Future Leaders Scholarship is a scholarship which we offer 20% of the scholarship which is offered in the each year of the program. And once you make an application, you will be awarded a 20% scholarship in the first year if you're meeting the requirement. For the second year, you have to achieve at least 2.5 out of 4 in your first and second semester to obtain another year of scholarship in second year itself. And these scholarship are for the students coming from the Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Pakistan, and India also. Yeah, so for more information, you can visit our website also, and you can explore various other scholarship if you're looking at. Coming to the next slide. So we do have more than 165 plus clubs also, such as a sports clubs, art club, culture club, festival clubs also. Competition and prizes are available, where most of the students, they love to engage with the different clubs during the curriculum of the program, during the studies of the program, which is a very good way to connect with the clubs, get into the extracurricular activities also. And most of the clubs do have a like outside visit outside of the Melbourne. They can visit in different cities in terms of matches with the different university. And also there are lots of Indian students where they organize the festivals also, such as a Holi, Diwali, and various festival we organize in RMIT itself in the city campus. So coming to the next slide. So now, if one of you wanted to contact us, you can visit our website. You can book a virtual session with one of us from RMIT also, to discuss more about the programs, the option or the opportunities also. So this is the end of the slide. So any doubts or questions you may ask, please.
Um, Thank you for your presentation. I have a question which is more aligned towards understanding the admission process and the timelines. What are the dates, deadlines,
All right.
specific to Australia or also RMIT?
All right. So at RMIT, we offer two intakes if we're looking at the architecture specifically. And for the architecture, for example, turnaround time of the application is a 2 weeks of time. But when it comes to the portfolio assessment, which requires some time in completion, because that portfolio will directly goes to the faculty for the assessment.
But what months are the intake?
We offer two intakes, which is a Feb and July.
Feb and July. And then the scholarship deadlines?
There's no such deadline for the scholarship. One student may make an application if he's meeting the requirement and the portfolio assessment will be approved by the academics, then the scholarship will come on the offer letter itself.
Do we have any questions from the students?
Hi students, I am Arya from IDP Education. We also have two more counselors who take care of Australia destination. Ms. Amrita is there and Mr. Dinesh is there. If you have any questions specific to study in Australia, please feel free and ask.
What would be the tuition fee at RMIT?
So the tuition fees, if we're looking at the only in the design program, which starts from 43,200 Australian dollar per annum and goes up to 47,000 Australian dollar itself per annum. Yeah. And if you look at the architecture program, which will be around 47,000 Australian dollar. So if you apply for the scholarship, after deduction of the scholarship fee will come down straight away, come down to 37,000 Australian dollar per annum.
What are the careers that most of our students take up after architecture?
So they talking about the career opportunities. Student can work with the different industries in curriculum to the program, into the architecture, into the building design itself, into the various urban design. What kind of specialization they choose in the program itself. And we do have a job shop department city campus. We also they will assist student to get place also. And we also organize a career fair every year where student can interact and make the networking with the industries for a future of work during the program.
And what is the procedure for licensing of an architect to practice?
Uh, for that, you have to visit the website of the license page itself, and because you have to have at least 2 years of experience to get the professional architect to be a professional architect,
Mhm.
and to apply for the license as well.
Okay. Do we have any questions from the students here?
Ma'am, I have a question. Do the university offer dual degree courses with one architectural course and another business course like MBA or something?
So we do not offer dual degree at masters because architecture is a standalone program which we offer, which is specifically into the architecture itself. But if you're looking at the more option like design or into the business, you can apply for masters of design innovation and technology, where you can choose the specialization such as architecture, and along with that you can choose any of the specialization as well.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
How do you put this in comparison to USA in terms of tuition fee as well as cost of living and I don't know, ease of living probably because of its population and diversity?
So first, most important thing, we do not comparison in terms of education itself with the different countries.
Hmm.
All the countries do have a different type of education and different ranking, different research facilities also. But talking about the living expense and about specifically about the Melbourne, Melbourne is the only city of Australia which has been ranked third in the world itself, and which has been ranked from past 7 years in a row itself. And also talking about the living expense, which is a $21,000 per annum, which has been given by the Australian government itself. Yeah.
And do they get to work while they? I did hear you talk about associating with industries while doing the courses
Yeah. So student.
directly, but
Yeah.
also what if I want to pay off my loans and work more
Right.
than that?
Now, students are allowed to work during the program, which is a 20 hours a week or 40 hours fortnight itself.
Mm.
Now, looking at the return of investment once they are on the post-study work rates after completion of the program, and as per the DHA guidelines, student will be awarded 3 years of post-study work rights after completion of the masters.
Hmm.
So where they can look for the return of investment starting in the second year of the post-study work rights,
Hmm.
and the minimum package in Australia, which will be starting around $60,000 per annum, and it goes up to 90 and 1 lakh as well. Purely depend based on the industries as well, and the profile and the designation as well.
Okay. Um, I don't think I have any more questions. We can encourage a few from the student side.
Sir,
When
do
we
you cover concepts like generative and generic designs in your master's program? Uh,
Yeah, we do have that the content, because most of, like, all the semester you'll be studying in the studios itself, where you'll be working with the peers, with the mentors in curriculum to the program, where you'll be working with the different projects also each semesters.
Okay, sir.
Ma'am, I
Uh,
also like to introduce Mr. Arshad Ahmed. He is the destination manager for Australia.
mhm.
All the counselors and senior counselor in our branch works under him.
Okay.
So here he comes with more than 10 years of experience related to overseas education. So if the students can use this opportunity and can ask more questions and clear their queries, that would be good.
Hello,
Thank you,
sir.
Arya. Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Uh, I think I would also like to know a little bit about the credits for the master's course
So
in
once the students
architecture.
submit an application, it
And
will be subject to approval from the admission assessment. And after completion of the assessment, if the credit transfer is available, then our admission also will request if you would like to apply for the credit transfer, because duration of the course will be reduced to 1.5 years from 2 years.
okay. And what are the credits you offer from RMIT for masters?
For that, I guess that's academic is the right point of contact, which can tell you about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. I don't think we have any more questions from the student side.
Mm.
Thank you all for joining, and it would have been nice to have some professors on board and also students on board so that we could ask them academic related queries, like what should go
Excuse me.
into a portfolio.
Mm.
Um,
Actually, there is one more question that
okay.
I can ask. Ma'am, sir, what is the scope of job opportunities for fresh graduates, Indian graduates in Australia? Like,
So the job opportunities are wide after completion of the program, where RMIT stands number one in Australia for the graduate employability also, where you can connect with the certain alumni also through our website itself, where you can book an appointment with our alumni who completed their Masters of Architecture program with us. Now that option also is open for the international students, where they can connect with the current student who presently studying the program, or they can connect with the students who already completed the program, already placed in various industries.
So it would be nice if you can share that person's contact via mail or
uh, for
something so
that
that.
uh, for that you need to visit our website to connect with the alumni to book an appointment as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
yeah, take over, Vishnu, please.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for taking your time off of your busy schedule to address our students and guide them. We may now take a lunch break and then resume the session at 2 o'clock.
All right, thanks for having us, and thanks for the invitation also, and we're looking forward for the future event you may plan itself.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day all.
You too.
Thank you, students. Bye bye.
Thank you, Arya. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, everyone.
I request the participants to stay online and we'll resume back at 2 o'clock. Thanks.